Good morning, everyone. We have another beautiful morning again today, and it's going to be a pretty easy day for us. Temperature is going to be up in the mid 80s again, but the humidity is starting to drop finally. So this is going to get a little bit more comfortable through the rest of the season, I'm hoping. Temperature is going to start leveling off around 70s for the most part, and it'll be good working weather. So let's get started. Okay, it's a good afternoon. We never got to anything this morning. We're running late because yesterday I busted my butt in the heat and I slept in a little this morning. So, we're out in the country in the middle of nowheres, and every now and then we have to stop at the park to use the facilities, I guess. Yeah. And we pulled into this park that we stop at every other week. There's a couple different directions that we go, and I saw Pace on the side of the truck. I says, that's a skag rep. And so we pulled up to the portage on there, and then he came out and talked to us. So he gave me a card. He's out trying to find someone to take on skags so we could have a dealership again. So I do like my skags. We've got 2 of them, and I really like them because they got their place where we need to have them.
So while we were talking yesterday, I was running the cat. You know, me and the cat don't get along some days. And it always happens on the same yard. Well, guess what happened? I blew a belt.
Which I will put a clip in on that right here.
Well, what happened here, Mr. Marcus?
It's not me, it's you.
Yep. I was in the backyard mowing, and I kept emptying my deck.
I'll grab a half-inch dry breaker bar.
Tried to put the deck on, and it wasn't working, and I went and lost my belt. I snapped it.
Again.
Every time. There it is. A broken belt. Yep, me and the cat don't get along on this yard. We always break belts on this yard. So anyway, so while we were out talking to this man from the skag dealership or whatever he's called.
Yeah, Pace.
He's a rep. I was telling him, because he was telling us about somebody he knows, the skag mower blew up in flames. Well, I said, well, that's why, I try to keep the grass out of the pulleys and stuff so that, in case it were to spark, we wouldn't have a fire. Well, Mark got to looking, and he noticed the belt was on wrong.
And when it goes around the idler pulley, it's turned. So there's been a vibration in my foot, or my feet, because when you first put a belt on, for the first hour before it takes its set, and it's still got from folded up in the package, it gives you a little vibration. It usually goes away, but it hasn't gone away. Well, it's a good thing that he was there at that park, because if I wouldn't have stopped talking to him, or if we wouldn't have stopped talking to him, I never would have noticed that belt. So our next stop, we're going to get to our customer's house. I'm going to grab out the breaker bar, loosen up the idler pulley real quick and flip it around. So
yeah, because we can't, those belts are not cheap.
$70. We just ordered another one this morning because I have 3 belts, 2 that I ordered from the parts store. I give them all the numbers and everything. They're the wrong belts, but they'll fit the Tiger Cub, so I'm not going to send them back or return them or anything. I'll just hang on to them because the Tiger Cub is probably need a new belt this year anyhow, or at the end of the season. So, and also end of season. Talk about end of season. We got near end of season burnout going on right now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but yesterday I helped Mark do 6 lawns in the morning. That was till noon or whatever, and then we had lunch, and then he took off and did his phone company lawns.
Yeah, because it was 90 degrees yesterday when I took off, and it was just too hot for the dogs to stay outside. So Vicki stayed home with the dogs. But
and then he got back, and then about 5:30, my granddaughter was picked up because I had her for about half an hour. And then at 6, we were at another lawn. We did 3 more lawns last night. We were home about 7:30, but it was a hot, nasty day yesterday. But we got quite a bit done. And But anyways, so because of the heat and everything, we were just, last week was the worst week I think I've ever had. Just draggy. And so over the weekend I drank a bunch of Powerade, and I bought some bananas, and I ate some bananas, and actually I had more energy yesterday. So I must have been low on potassium and electrolytes.
Yeah, because it's because of with the heat yesterday, I should be drug right out, and I'm not. So I was drinking a lot yesterday, and Vicki insisted on I started off the morning with the Powerade. So that helped tremendously too. But still, we got the mid-season or end of season burnout because we've been going 7 days a week since April. And oh yeah, we're tired.
Yeah, because you know we're not out doing lawns all day, but like you say, we have lots to do at home. We still have another business that we do at home. Yeah,
our sign shop. I spent all weekend, starting Friday afternoon, making blanks for our Christmas rush, which is coming up, and it's
it's getting busy already. It's already starting.
So with us downsizing and the sign shop picking up the extra, I'm getting a little more comfortable with this. I'm still not comfortable with the snow removal stuff yet, but it's getting closer.
See, because we like to do lawns, we like to mow and trim or whatever. We like to do smaller yards because the bigger yards make us really tired now. And so the sign shop slacks up a couple lawns a week. That's what we want, because we still want both worlds. You know, we still want to be able to get outside and
mow the lawns because we like doing that. We just
don't want it to be burned out.
Yes. And we never got our break this summer. Usually we get a 2 or 3 week drought, and we got a little bit of dry area, but not much this year. So. And
then September's coming up, and there's going to be a lot of lawns that we're not going to be mowing after next month.
Which is going to work out good because the sign shop, I have to get rolling. And yeah, it's, I know I keep saying and yeah, because I see what's coming. I bought a new welder to replace my old one Friday, which is still in the box. I'm going to make a video on that. Maybe this weekend if I get to it. Depends on where we go camping at, because we're hoping to get out this weekend and camp at least one night. We'll see what happens, preferably on the water. Well, good afternoon, everyone. We're taking a little bit of a break. Vicki's making noise in the background. PTO switch. This thing keeps working its way down because it's worn out, I guess. I know there's only 1,000 hours on this machine, or not even quite, but this PTO's been giving me problems well. So I ordered this one online off of eBay for 12 bucks. The knob looks a little different turn, but I'm thinking it's about the same. So it's quick to get this changed. It should be just a plug and play and easy to go. But I do have to take the panel off. And one of these days I gotta get this breaker on the inside. Someday. Soon. I guess before I unplug it, make sure it's all the same. Looks the same to me. So this looks like it's going to be about the hardest part right here. Yeah, okay. There we go. Jeez, oh man. So it was set like this. That's pretty much the only difference. This new one's smaller. Other than that, it looks about the same. This one says heavy duty switch. So I don't know. Let's good thing I caught it before I just put it in upside down. Oh, this one's going to be real fun to get back out. Did I do that right or did I do that wrong? Did that right. Okay, just double checking. Don't want to put it all together and have it not work. Of course I dropped the washer. There we go. There's a whole lot of stuff packed into a little tight area. Works for me.
Wow, that was something else there. Oh my goodness.
If we just finished the last yard and we made sure that yard was the last yard that we just got off of, I'll put a blip at the end, or a little teaser at the end, because that's going to be a separate video all by itself with no talking or nothing in it. But it was a foot high. We haven't mowed it in, what, a month?
It's been like 6 weeks.
6 weeks, okay. Well, we quit mowing this because this lady hasn't paid us in 2 months or 3 months.
And at the beginning of the year, she was going to come out and pay us. Well, the first cut that we did, she did come out and pay us.
Because she had owed us money for snow plowing.
So she said that when we would go there, she would pay us. Well, she was always there, but she never would come out and pay us.
Right.
So, you know.
And it's one of them yards, it's a buddy yard. You know, it's my buddy's mother's place. And you know how them buddy things work out. Yeah, they don't work out worth a crap. I'm at the short end of the stick. The yard gets charged half of the prices it should be, and she still cannot afford that. That yard right there, we charge her $30 to mow it. That's a $60 yard.
It's actually $35 now.
$35 now? Okay, it's still a $60 yard
but
minimum.
Actually, it should be mowed every week, because that yard does grow.
Well,
and
that's right. So
there's lots of trimming, tons of trimming. You see that big ditch is huge, and it's deep.
Yeah, I think there's some of that video on that, but that's one of them yards. I've hated it since I've been doing it. I've been doing that yard for at least 8 years, if not 10. And I've had enough of it. And she's always late, never on time. She can never pay her bill. She cannot afford us.
And it's like, we kind of feel bad, because it's like, in one side of us, we would like just to mow it to her because we know she needs help. You know, my heart says, well, maybe we should just give it to her, just mow it for free. But then at the same time, you know, there's a lot of people out there that we could do that for.
Right.
So,
and we still have to make a living.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you can't just give your work away.
Even though it is, because it's half price.
Yes, we are. We're still helping her by doing what we're doing, because nobody else would touch it for what we're charging. There's nobody else that would do that. And
unfortunately, or not, unfortunately for her, this is the last year that we're mowing that yard, because I'm not doing it no more.
And you know, she doesn't complain. You know, there's lots of yards that could be $1 million yards, and they only want to pay you know, it's $100 yard, and they only want to pay you $1 to mow it.
Basically,
you know? Yeah, and it's like, you know, we can't do that. We just can't do that.
So, yeah, I'll probably lose a buddy or a friend over this, but, you know, if he doesn't I don't think I will, but he may get mad at me for a while, but hopefully he gets over it.
But, you know, sometimes, you know, when it's a family like that, sometimes you got to wonder what is actually going down, you know, what is actually happening over there. And they don't know, but maybe they should check on their parents and see how they're doing financially sometimes, because your parents might not be doing that well, and somebody is doing a service for them and they can't afford them. So,
yeah,
you know, that happens a lot, you know.
But we can't be the one that's
babysitting.
Yeah, and we're not babysitting these people anymore because we've had enough of the babysitting. So, I guess that's going to be it for us for today. Please comment, like, subscribe, and click the notification bell.
And always, if you're looking for another channel to watch, check out Vicki's Outdoors. Have a good evening. See you at the next Talk Tuesday. Peace. Goodbye.